everyone. I do hope you are having a good day. I would like to provide you with Kingdom Youth Network inspiration, and our topic for today is understanding. Now, my observation is that a lot of people just go through life reacting and not necessarily responding. I used to be one of them, so I'm not judging. I'm just saying that there is a better way, and this better way I am actually learning myself. I'm still learning and practicing, and I believe that understanding is key to getting the best out of a lot of relationships. So taking the time to understand why a person is acting the way that they are acting, instead of just reacting to what they've said or what they've done, is a better way to handle things. So, from a parent's perspective, you might find that your child is sullen, they're not speaking too much, they're always in their room, you don't understand why they're so withdrawn, and you start to talk at them. Instead of taking the time to just sit them down, speak to them, and just ask, is something going on? What's on your mind? Is there anything bothering you? If you take that time, it is effort, but it's effort well invested, because when you take that time, your child might not necessarily open up to you immediately, but if you are consistent in showing that you actually are concerned about their well-being in that way, they're more likely to open up to you eventually. And then once you have an understanding of why they're acting the way that they're acting, you're better able to respond appropriately. So instead of shouting or telling them off or talking at them, because a lot of parents just talk at their kids, and I can assure you it goes in one ear and it goes out the other ear. That's even if it makes it in one ear, to be honest. Most times it doesn't even make it in. They look at you, they stare at you, but they're not actually listening. Do not be deceived. They stand there and listen because they have to, because you're the parents. But the reality is, because you haven't taken the time to understand them, to hear them out, they have decided in their minds that they are not going to hear you. From a kid's perspective, you might wonder why your parents are snappy, why they won't let you do what you want to do, why they just seem to be difficult to deal with. And I'm sure every kid has gone through that stage whereby they just feel like their parents don't understand them. They come from a different sort of realm, from outer space or something. They don't understand what's going on in your world. If you take the time from a kid's perspective to understand what your parents are going through, you might not be able to understand every little detail, but just have a think to say, maybe they've had a rough day at work, maybe that's why they're so snappy, maybe they're having problems with finances, maybe that's why they're so short-tempered, maybe they actually genuinely care for me, that's why they're telling me I can't do the things that I want to do, because they have my best interest at heart. I know when you're actually going through that particular situation, when you want to drink a lot or you want to spend a lot of time out with friends late into the night, it just feels like that's what you want to do, and you should be allowed to do it. But look at it from a parent's perspective. Add a couple years to your years and just think, what would you do if it were your kid? And if you can get that understanding, if you could ask your parents what's going on in their life. Some parents might open up to you depending on what they're facing. Some of them might not, because it might be too much for you to deal with as a child. But if you could just take a moment to just actually imagine in your mind what your parents could be dealing with that could cause them to behave in the way that they are behaving, then you're better able to get an understanding and not be too difficult or not be too unforgiving with them, and just cut them some slack. And just remember as well that they handle it a lot. So imagine, like, maybe they have to pay the bills, they have to pay the mortgage, they have to buy your clothes, they have to buy your shoes. That's a lot of responsibility, and so that can actually create pressure and make them snappy and short-tempered. Not to say that that's excusable, but that could possibly be a reason. They could have issues with their relationships, things that they can't discuss with you. So take time to step into the shoes of your parents, and that will give you a better way of understanding them, and just creating sort of like a balance in the relationship. You might have friends at school, at college, and they're acting weird. You don't know why they're acting weird. If you just take the time to ask them, take them aside, ask them what's going on. You seem to have changed over the last couple of weeks. Is something going on in your home? Something happened. So instead of reacting and saying, oh, they're not my friend, I don't like them anymore, just take the time out to get some understanding on the situation. And once everyone gets some understanding, once parents get some understanding, once kids get some understanding, once friends gets once friends get understanding from each other, then you are better able to build more healthy relationships, more wholesome relationships, and we will just respond to each other's pain, each other's hurt, each other's challenges with kindness instead of reacting and being unkind and adding to the situation that that person might be facing. Okay, so those are my few words for you today. By all means, feel free to share this video. Until next time, do take it easy. Bye.